Violent protests over government job quotas have plunged Bangladesh into chaos, leading to the permanent closure of schools and university after claiming at least 6 lives and injuring hundreds. Following a court decision to reinstate divisive quotas, rival student organization clashed brutally in Dhaka, Chittagong and Rangpur on Tuesday. Meanwhile, university students are demonstrating, drawing in proponents and opponents of the quota system from various political parties and exposing underlying societal issues over equity in employment opportunities. Notably, accusations have targeted government-affiliated parties for inciting violence, with student leaders alleging aggressive and oppressive actions by pro-government factions. Furthermore, authorities deployed the paramilitary border guard Bangladesh to maintain law and order amid ongoing protests, citing the need to manage the situation in larger sites. The root of the turmoil lies in the dispute over the distribution of public sector employment. A significant portion is reserved for specific categories including women, people of color, the disabled and the families of combat heroes from the 1971 independence struggle. Critics argue that the system discriminates against merit-based hiring. The main focus of the unrest centers on the demand to abolish a quota system that reserves more than half of government jobs for particular groups such as the descendants of Bangladesh's 1971 independence fighters. Opponents assert that the system undermines merit-based hiring and favors allies of Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina's administration. In response to the recent incident, Bangladesh's Law Minister Anisul Haq dismissed allegation of official involvement and attributed the violence to opposition members infiltrating the Anti-Quota movement. The government has bolstered security measures by stationing paramilitary personnel in major cities. Meanwhile, UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres emphasized the necessity of a peaceful resolution and urged Bangladeshi authorities to protect protesters from violence and threats.
Which we're following closely and with concern. I think whether it's in Bangladesh or anywhere else in the world, people have a right to demonstrate peacefully. And we call on the government of Bangladesh to protect the demonstrators against any form of threat or violence, and especially those who may be protesting peacefully, who may need extra protection, such as young people or children or people with disabilities.
Additionally, Amnesty International called on Bangladesh to ensure the safety of non-violent demonstrators while condemning the violence. And the US State Department spokesperson Matthew Miller also denounced the violence against peaceful protesters. In response to condemnation from the US State Department over the use of force against protesters, Bangladesh's foreign ministry rebuked the allegations. However, the situation remains unstable, with events underscoring long-standing dissatisfaction among civil society and young people in Bangladesh regarding fairness and opportunity in public sector employment.